wraps itself around you like a soft, familiar blanket. The day, with all its noise and edges, fades into gentle darkness. You are here at the quiet threshold between waking and dreaming, and your body begins to remember how it feels to let go. You notice your hands resting above the sheets or tucked close to your heart, still holding some invisible tension from the hours before. But as you notice, you begin to soften. Just a little, one finger at a time, one muscle at a time, unclenching from the burdens you carried. The air in your room is thick with calm. Each breath you draw in is a message. It's safe to release now. It's safe to open. You let your fingers spread just a bit wider, feeling the cool air brush over your skin. A gentle whisper inviting you to relax more deeply. Your palms face the ceiling, empty and open, not grasping for anything, not clutching at what is gone. The bed beneath you holds your weight, a steady presence. Your heart, beating quietly in your chest, slows to match the rhythm of the night. With every inhale, you gather up the last remnants of worry, the unfinished to-do lists, the sharp moments, words you wish you'd said or left unsaid. With every exhale, you send these worries away, drifting from your hands, your mind, your body. You imagine them as small, golden leaves caught by a gentle autumn breeze, swirling upwards and away beyond your reach. You watch them in your mind's eye, floating higher, their edges catching the light until they disappear among the stars. You are not required to chase these worries. You are not meant to solve everything tonight. You are simply here, breathing. In the sanctuary of this soft moment, but of unclenching is a slow unfolding. Like the petals of a flower opening to darkness instead of sun, you do not force it. You simply notice what is tight and allow it to soften your jaw, your shoulders, your belly, your toes, your thoughts. That tonight, you learn the gentle wisdom of letting go. You remember how, as a child, you would find a smooth stone by the water, grip it tight, and then, when you were ready, open your palm and let it tumble back into the stream. You watch it drift away, knowing it's on its own journey now, no longer yours to keep. You do the same with every stubborn thought, every ache, every expectation. You thank them quietly for visiting, for teaching you, and then you set them free. The quieter your hold, the more gentle magic can enter. You sense this magic even now, as a hush in the room, as a feeling of space opening around your heart. The tighter you clench, the less room there is for anything new. But as you let your grip loosen, as you let your mind rest, you notice a softness growing where the tension was, a sense of possibility, a sense of gentle, invisible hands ready to bring you what you truly need. Now that you are no longer grasping for what cannot stay, you float on these waves of letting go. Each breath is a gentle tide pulling you further from shore, further from the noise and urgency of the day. You are adrift, but not lost. You are carried, but not powerless. The universe's current is slow and safe tonight, and you trust it to hold you. There is nothing to fix, nothing to force, just the quiet miracle of surrender. You imagine your worries, big and small, lined up like tiny boats on a wide, still lake. One by one, you set them afloat, watching each slip into the mist. Some are heavy and linger near the shore, reluctant to leave. That's all right. You let them stay as long as they need, knowing they will drift away when the time is right. You do not rush them. You simply keep releasing again and again. Each time you notice your grip tightening, you remember the act of release is a soft blessing. Your body responds to this practice of letting go. Shoulders drop, jaw unclenches, eyes grow heavy, even your heart feels less guarded. We're willing to trust the silence. You are safe here, safe to let the day go, safe to become a little emptier, a little lighter. You notice how, in this emptiness, you feel more like yourself, not defined by tasks or worries or stories, but by your gentle, open presence. You are enough, simply breathing, simply being. The art of unclenching is not just physical, but emotional. In your heart, there are places that have held on tightly, old stories, regrets, hopes that hurt to hold. Tonight, you offer these places the same gentle invitation to soften. You imagine your heart as a fist that opens, petal by petal, finger by finger. You send it warmth and kindness, as if you are holding your own hand through the darkness. With each breath, you practice this soft release. Inhale, gather, exhale, let go. Inhale, gather, exhale, let go. The rhythm lulls you, calms you, leads you deeper. The more you release, the more you feel held, not by effort, but by grace. Sometimes your mind will try to bring back what you've let go, worry, a memory, a plan. When this happens, you simply notice and gently, without scolding yourself, let it drift again. Like Like clouds passing across the moon, these thoughts are not permanent. They come and go, and you remain here in your quiet center, always able to return to stillness. You remember that unclenching is an act of trust. Trust that the world will not fall apart if you let go for a night. Trust that your dreams can be a safe haven, not a battlefield. Trust that the universe is always working for your good, even when you are not watching or managing every detail. Tonight, your job is simply to rest, to allow, to receive. You notice the magic that begins to fill the empty spaces you have cleared. It is not loud or dazzling, but gentle and subtle, a sense of peace, a soft hope, a whisper that all is well. This is the space where good things enter, where solutions unfold, where blessings take root. The universe needs your open hands, your unclenched heart, your willingness to release. You feel the difference between grasping and receiving. When you grasp, your hands are tight, your body tense, your mind closed. When you receive, you are open, relaxed, ready for what comes. You practice receiving now in the darkness with every exhale. Every slow release, you notice how your body feels when you are open, lighter, softer, more at ease. Letting go is not about loss, but about making space. You think of your favorite tree in autumn, how it releases its leaves in brilliant showers. Trusting that new life will come, you imagine yourself as that tree, letting go of what is finished, trusting in renewal. You see your worries as leaves, beautiful even as they drift away, their time here complete. You listen to the silence around you, the hum of the night, the gentle sound of your own breath. This silence is not empty, but full of possibility. It is the womb of dreams, the soil where new hopes are planted. You rest in this silence, letting it fill you, soothe you, prepare you for whatever comes next. You remember that letting go is practice, not a what-I'm event. Tonight you practice, and tomorrow you may practice again. Each night you become a little better at unclenching, a little more comfortable with emptiness. Each night the universe slips a little more magic into your open hands. You imagine your life as a wide, gentle river. Some things you've tried to hold onto old logs, heavy stones have only weighed you down. But tonight you release them into the current, watching them float away. You are carried forward, lighter and more free, trusting that what is meant for you will find its way. You let yourself become empty just for a while, empty of struggle, empty of stories, empty of all the striving. In this emptiness, you discover a fullness, the fullness of being alive, of being here, being held by something greater than yourself. The bed beneath you is steady. The darkness is kind. You are safe. You are loved. You are allowed to let go. You surrender to the art of unclenching. You let go and let go and let go. As many times as you need, you practice trust, practice openness, practice receiving. You notice the space you have made inside your hands, your heart, your mind. You fill it with peace, with hope, with the gentle knowing that good things are on their way. The quieter your hold, the more gentle magic can enter. Tonight, you float on waves of letting go, adrift but not lost, carried by something gentle and wise. The universe's gifts need empty, open palms to arrive. As you surrender to the softness of the night, you feel yourself drifting further into wonder, ready for whatever the darkness brings. You are not alone. You are not without help. Every time you let go, you are met with a quiet blessing. You breathe, you unclench, you receive. As sleep gathers you in, you sense that this is only the beginning. Soon you will trust the flow even more, learning to let the river carry you gently toward tomorrow's gifts. Night deepens, embracing you in its velvet current. The hush has grown thicker, sweeter. You sense yourself drifting ever so softly downstream. The bed beneath you becomes a gentle boat, a safe vessel set afloat on a silent river of comfort. You are lighter now, for you have unclenched, you have released, you have made space within yourself. And now you feel the current take hold, gentle but sure, inviting you to trust the flow. Your breath is slow, your hands open, your heart receptive. You are carried not by effort, but by surrender. There is nothing for you to do but allow. You listen to the quiet. It hums with possibility. The air is cool, tinged with the faintest scent of water and wildflowers and stars. It is a river without rush, a stream without end, and tonight you are its honored passenger. As you lie here, you begin to notice the difference between floating and struggling. Struggling is all tension, all noise, all fighting the current. But floating is trust. Floating is a child letting go in a gentle stream, knowing the water will hold them up, that there is no need to kick or grasp or resist. Floating is letting the river do what it does best, move you gently carry you forward, reveal the shore. Only when the time is right that you sense that life, too, can be this way. That the world is not always asking you to try harder, but sometimes to yield, to rest. To trust the way things are unfolding even if you cannot see what's ahead. You become aware of the deep wisdom in water. Water does not hurry. Water does not force. Water finds its way always, always. It curves around rocks, slides beneath branches, gathers light in its ripples. It is patient, persistent, and free. You feel yourself becoming like water now, malleable and strong, both yielding and persistent. Every worry you've set aside is a pebble sinking to the riverbed far behind you. No longer a weight to drag you down. The stream's gentle rocking soothes your mind, and your muscles sink further into relaxation. You trust the current to take you somewhere good, even if you do not know exactly where that will be dot in your mind's eye. You see the moon shining overhead, silver and soft, its reflection dancing on the water. You see trees on the shore, their branches swaying in the slow-moving breeze. Sometimes you glimpse the flicker of a lantern, an idea, a hope hanging from a distant bough. You do not reach for it, you simply watch, letting it glow as you pass by. There is no urgency in this journey, there is only the flow. Each breath is a paddle dipped into the cool water. Inhale, you draw in the present moment. Exhale, you push away from old habits of resistance. Inhale, you accept where you are. Exhale, you release where you thought you should be. Again and again, you follow the rhythm, the tide, the natural movement toward ease. Your mind may sometimes stir with questions. Where is this river taking me? How will I know when I arrive? But the river never answers in words. Its messages, feeling softness, warmth, trust. You are guided not by maps or plans, but by a deep, unspoken knowing that you are safe and that all is well and that the journey itself is a gift. You remember moments in your waking life when you tried to push against the current, when you tried to force an outcome, to hurry a process, to swim upstream against what felt right. You remember the exhaustion, the struggle, the feeling of never quite arriving. Tonight, you release all that. Tonight, you let yourself be carried. There's nowhere you need to be but here, afloat in the arms of this river, trusting the flow. You imagine the river as a ribbon of silver winding through a vast, peaceful valley. Along its banks, wildflowers bloom, sending out the softest scent. Sometimes, you pass by little coves where frogs sing, where the air is thick with mist and magic. The world is hushed, the stars blink gently overhead. You are adrift, not lost, but found in your own surrender dot as you float. You become aware of subtle shifts within yourself. Old fears dissolve. Like morning fog burned away by sun, old stories lose their hold. You are no longer defined by what you cling to. You are defined by your willingness to trust, to allow, to become. You may feel little ripples of uncertainty, small eddies of doubt. This is natural when they come. You simply notice, breathe, and trust the current beneath you. You remind yourself, the river knows the way, even when you do not. You repeat to yourself, gently, I trust the flow, I trust the flow, I trust the flow. Somewhere far off, you hear the faint laughter of water tumbling over stones, a melody as old as time. It is the laughter of the universe reminding you that joy can be simple, that happiness can be easy, that blessings can arrive with no effort at all when you let yourself drift. You notice the little blessings that have already arrived, the softness of your pillow, the warmth of your covers, the quiet promise of another new day. You drift further now into a deeper state of rest. Your mind is a leaf on the water, your body is as light as a feather, buoyed by trust. You give yourself permission to stop steering, to stop planning, to stop controlling. You are not abandoning yourself, you are allowing yourself to be guided. And that is a strength all its own. You reflect on how trust changes everything. When you trust the river, you do not fear where it takes you. You trust that the bends will reveal new views, new answers, new gifts. You trust that whatever leaves your life creates space for something better to arrive. You trust that every gentle current, every unexpected turn is an invitation to discover more of who you are. You remember that life is not meant to be predictable nor perfectly planned. Life is an ever-unfolding journey, a river that never stops moving, never stops surprising. The more you trust, the more you notice the beauty along the way, the glimmer of moonlight on water, the song of crickets in the grass, the feeling, the world holding you up even as you drift and sleep. With each breath, your trust deepens. The muscles of your face relax, your heart, so often guarded, begins to open. You are not alone on this journey. You sense the presence of unseen helpers, angels, guides, ancestors, gentle spirits watching over you as you float. They travel beside you, unseen but felt, their energy like a warm breeze at your back. River carries not just your body, but your hopes and dreams. It gathers your wishes, both spoken and silent, and holds them gently, preparing to deliver them to the perfect shore. You do not need to force your dreams to happen. You only need to trust the current to bring you what is meant for you at the perfect time. In the perfect way, you imagine yourself years from now, looking back on this night, this moment of surrender, this act of trust. You see how the river led you exactly where you needed to go. You see how all the letting go made space for new joys, new friends, new adventures. You thank yourself for having the courage to release, to trust, to float. Sometimes, in the distance, you see lights along the short windows glowing in cottages, laughter spilling from porches, the quiet presence of other souls on their own journeys. You remember that everyone is drifting, everyone is learning to trust, everyone is searching for their own flow. You feel connected to them, part of something larger and kinder than yourself. You notice the subtle ways the universe speaks to you as you float, a sudden feeling of peace, a soft memory, a sense of being loved and supported. You listen to these messages even if you do not fully understand them. You allow the river to carry you deeper into the mystery, deeper into rest. You sense that you are moving closer to something good, something unexpected, something gentle, something just for you. You do not know what it is, but you trust it will arrive. The river knows. The current knows. Your only job is to float, to rest, to trust. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your breathing slows. You feel yourself drifting, 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 rocked by the lullaby of the river, soothed by the quiet music of trust. The world is vast, and you are safe within it. There is nothing to do, nothing to prove. Just this moment, just this floating, just this flow. As you drift downstream, you feel lighter and lighter. Every worry dissolving into water, every hope buoyed by the current. Ready for sleep, ready for magic, ready for tomorrow's blessings to find you. The river carries you toward a dawn. You cannot yet see a dawn filled with gifts you never could have planned, and so you surrender to the journey, trusting that in the quiet night you are being led to unexpected wonders, drifting, floating, trusting. You let the river take you toward the gentle surprises waiting with the morning light. The night's gentle river has carried you far, holding you in its patient arms. Now, as the world begins to soften and shift, you feel the hush of dawn brushing against your dreams, a silvery promise at the edge of sleep. Your body is still, floating in the warmth of the sheets, breath slow, mind quiet and receptive. The room is touched with the faintest, palest light, the sky a watercolor wash beyond the window. You remain nestled in that tender space between, dreaming and waking, unhurried, untouched by alarms or obligations. In this rare pause, you sense something different, a lightness in your heart, a kind of anticipation that hums gently beneath your skin. The universe, always listening, has drawn near. You notice your hands first. The same hands that unclenched last night, the same hands that released and floated downstream. They are open now, palm up, as if cradling invisible gifts. There is nothing to hold, nothing to grasp for, yet you feel a fullness blooming in your chest. In the softness of this moment, you realize you have become a magnet for good things. You feel it in the quiet miracle of your own openness, the space you have made within yourself. It begins simply, as most blessings do. You sense a subtle shift, a feeling that something is different, lighter, easier. Perhaps there is a sweet relief in your bones, a sense that some long-held worry has slipped away in the night, carried off on the gentle current you trusted. Maybe you remember a fragment of dream, a door opening, a friend returning, filled of golden light where you dance with no fear or hesitation. You hold these images softly, letting them settle around you like petals, not needing to understand them, just allowing them to color your morning with quiet hope. Quiet hope. The day is only beginning, and already you feel blessed. There is no grand announcement, no parade of miracles, just a steady unfolding of unexpected goodness, as natural as sunrise, as ordinary as breath. You notice the details, the softness of your pillow, the warmth lingering in your blankets, the gentle weight of your body finally at peace. These are small gifts, but you recognize them now, savoring each sensation, knowing that abundance lives in these moments as much as in the grandest surprises. You stretch slowly like a cat in a patch of sun, feeling each muscle awaken with ease. The body feels different today, less tense, more at home in itself. You sense that healing has begun in the quiet of the night, that your willingness to let go has made space for new energy to flow in. You breathe deeply, filling your lungs with morning air, letting gratitude ripple out from your center. You do not need to force yourself to be thankful. The feeling is simply there, blooming and expanding on its own. You remember that the universe loves to fill empty spaces. When you unclenched your grip and drifted downstream, you created a vacuum that gentle magic could enter. And now, as you wake, you begin to notice what has arrived in the night, the idea that floats into your mind. Clear and bright, the solution to a problem that once felt impossible. The sense of ease about a situation you used to dread, you greet. Each small blessing with wonder, letting it settle on your tongue like honey. Maybe it's a message, a text from someone you've missed, a note of appreciation, a new invitation. Maybe it's a sudden stroke of luck, a canceled obligation that gives you time, an unexpected refund, a serendipitous meeting. Perhaps it's simply the relief of knowing that you are enough, that you are safe, that nothing needs to be grasped or controlled. Each blessing, no matter its size, feels precious. A gift left by invisible hands while you slept. You feel a shift in your perception. The world is no longer a place of scarcity or struggle. Instead, it is an orchard of possibilities, ripe with gifts you never saw before. The more you notice these blessings, the more they appear, like wildflowers blooming after rain. Unexpected good rises up to meet you, tender, persistent, and beautiful. You begin to trust that life is always working for your benefit, even in quiet. Even when you aren't watching, you rise slowly and with reverence, carrying the softness of the night with you. Your movements are gentle, each one a small act of gratitude. You sense that you are not alone. There is a presence here, a benevolent force that moves through your day, arranging small synchronicities, opening hidden doors. You walk into the morning as if entering a sacred space, aware that something has shifted, that you are in harmony with the flow of the universe. Perhaps you notice kindness in others, a stranger holding the door, a smile exchanged, an offer to help. Perhaps you find yourself saying yes to things that feel good, or no to what no longer fits, guided by a quiet confidence that was not there before. Each choice feels lighter, easier, guided by trust instead of fear. You let yourself be surprised again and again by how the world responds when you are open to receiving. Throughout the day, you keep your hands and heart open. You do not return to the old habit of clutching or controlling. When worry arises, you remember the river, the current, the art of unclenching. You let your thoughts drift like leaves once more, knowing that you can trust the flow to bring you exactly what you need, often in ways you could never have imagined. You begin to realize that blessings come in all shapes, sometimes as answers, sometimes as new questions, sometimes as gentle pauses that give you room to breathe. Sometimes a blessing is simply a feeling, the sense of belonging, the quiet joy of being alive, the sweetness of release. You do not judge the size or timing of these gifts. You simply welcome them one by one, letting them fill the space you made. Even when challenges arise, you meet them with new eyes. You ask yourself, what blessing might be hidden here? What goodness is trying to reach me through this difficulty? Approach each moment with curiosity, turning your heart toward wonder rather than worry. In doing so, you keep the door open for miracles, both great and small. As evening returns, you look back on the day with gratitude. You see the thread of unexpected good running through every hour, the small joys, the quiet relief, the sense of support that has followed you. You realize that letting go was not just a bedtime ritual, but a way of being that shapes your every experience. You carry this practice forward, ready to release, ready to receive, ready to trust again tonight. You prepare for sleep, retracing your steps, gently unclenching, floating once more on the river of trust. You remember that every night is an invitation to let go, every morning a chance to wake to blessings you didn't expect. You let this knowing settle deep into your bones, a soft and steady confidence that the universe is always conspiring for your good. As you settle beneath the covers, you notice the quiet magic returning, the hush, the softness, the sense of being carried. You thank the universe for today's blessings, and for those yet to come. You trust that tonight, as you release and drift, where gifts will find their way to you, gifts you cannot name, gifts you cannot plan, gifts that are perfectly timed. You let your hands open, your breath deepen, your mind grow quiet. You welcome sleep as a friend, a guide, a portal to more wonders. The spirit of letting go has become a part of you now, woven into every breath, every choice. Redawn. And as you begin to drift lies just beyond the horizon, waiting to be discovered each time you trust the gentle magic of release. And the journey continues with new chapters of gratitude, new stories of abundance, new invitations to float on waves of peaceful receiving night after night, dawn after dawn. As the Sleepy LOA dream gently leads you onward, night settles around you with infinite patience, a velvet hush wrapping the room in gentle darkness. Your bed welcomes you, the pillow cool and inviting beneath your head, as if it were placed there by loving hands. You feel yourself sinking into the mattress, muscles softening, limbs growing pleasantly heavy. The air is thick with calm, every sound and worry from the world outside fading into a lullaby of silence in this sanctuary. You become aware of quiet longing, not for sleep alone, but for comfort, for warmth, for something gentle and true to carry you into your dreams. Your breath comes slowly, a steady rhythm that draws you deeper. You notice the quiet rise and fall of your chest, the way your heart beats its soft, reliable music. You have been taught, perhaps, to count sheep, to list numbers in your mind as you wait for sleep to find you. But tonight, you choose a different ritual, one older and softer, one made of gratitude. Tonight, you count your blessings instead. You begin simply with what is nearest, the pillow beneath your cheek, the blanket that wraps you, the softness of your sheets. Each item is a silent gift, a friend that has arrived to comfort you in the night. You feel the luxury of this space, the safety, the way the darkness is gentle instead of frightening. The smallest details become treasures, the cool air brushing your skin, the quiet hum of distant crickets, the faint scent of clean linen. You whisper thanks for each one, letting your heart fill with appreciation. You remember that gratitude is not just an idea, but a sensation, a glow that blooms in your chest, a warmth that seeps into your bones. The more you notice, the warmer you become, as if the universe itself were tucking you in. You recall a time when gratitude felt difficult, when worries crowded out thankfulness, when the world felt sharp or cold. Yet here, now, in this moment, you find that gratitude is as natural as breathing, as easy as resting your head. You let your thoughts drift gently, scanning through the day behind you. You remember the smallest gifts, a smile from a stranger, a meal enjoyed, a moment of laughter. Perhaps there were challenges too, but now, in the darkness, you choose to focus on what felt good, what brought ease, what left a trace of joy behind. You gather these memories like pebbles on the shore, running your fingers over their smooth surfaces, letting them comfort you. You think of the people who love you, family, friends, kind souls you've met along the way. You see their faces. In your mind, illuminated by the gentle moonlight of memory, you whisper thank you, even if only in your heart, feeling the connection that lingers even across distance or silence. You know that love is a blessing too, and tonight you let it cradle you as you drift. Your mind finds gratitude for the things that are easy to forget, the steady beating of your heart, the breath that comes unbidden, the way your body has carried you through another day. You thank your legs for walking, your hands for holding, your eyes for seeing beauty even when tired. You offer gentle gratitude to yourself, forgiving your mistakes, honoring your efforts. You remember that kindness begins within. Each blessing you count is a stone in a sacred path, a step toward deeper peace. You notice how gratitude grows, multiplying as you name it. The more you remember, the more there is to remember. The more you think, the more you notice new reasons to be thankful. You realize that your heart is a well without bottom, that thankfulness can rise, an endless source of comfort. As you continue, the rhythm becomes soothing, a lullaby of appreciation. Thank you for this bed. Thank you for my breath. Thank you for warmth. Thank you for the lessons of the day. Thank you for rest. The words echo softly in your mind, weaving a spell of contentment. Gratitude is your sleep spell tonight, enchanting every cell, every thought, every dream. You do not need to force this practice. You simply allow it, gentle as the tide. If your mind wanders, if worries return, you simply come back to your list, one blessing at a time, one small joy at a time. Each act of noticing becomes an anchor, holding you steady in the sea of night. You realize that this, too, is a kind of magic, the power to choose what fills your mind, power to call peace to your side. You begin to feel the effects. Your breath slows, your muscles unwind. The world outside your window is far away, and you are here, sheltered, cared for, wrapped in a cocoon of thanks. Even your thoughts grow quieter, soothed by the soft repetition of gratitude. Thank you, you whisper again and again until the words become a hum, vibration that rocks you toward sleep. you notice that gratitude makes everything softer. The hard edges of the day dissolve. Regrets lose their sting, tomorrow's unknowns fade into gentle possibilities. The more you give thanks, the more you trust that all will be well, that the universe is conspiring to care for you, that blessings will find you even as you sleep. You remember that every night is a new beginning, a chance to reset your heart, to choose hope, to open to the good that wants to reach you. Tonight, you invite that good in. One thank you at a time, you imagine your blessings as tiny lanterns, glowing softly in the darkness, lighting the path to your dreams. You follow their light, step by step, thought by thought, breath by breath. You sense a shift within, a calmness, a peace that is different from mere tiredness. You are not just falling asleep, you are sinking into grace, into the gentle arms of a universe that adores you. You trust that you are held, cherished, and safe. Gratitude is not just something you do, it is who you are. It is the pulse of your spirit, the quiet song your heart has sung all along. You let this song carry you, floating on waves of thankfulness, allowing every cell to soak in the sweetness. You know that sleep will come softly and surely. But for now, you linger in this in-between, savoring each blessing, letting your heart fill and overflow. There is no rush, there is no requirement. You are free to rest, to drift, to dream. As you sink deeper, you sense your blessings multiplying, weaving themselves into your dreams, each one a promise, each one a seed of goodness growing inside you. You feel yourself growing lighter, happier, more whole. And just as you feel yourself beginning to drift, you sense the next spell of gratitude waiting for you in your dreams, a golden world, where thankfulness blossoms, where abundance greets you at every turn, and where your sleep itself becomes a celebration of all that is good. Let your heart remain open. Let your mind flow gently. Allow gratitude to lead you into sleep, and trust that your dreams will be colored with gold as the night unfolds and you enter a deeper world, rich with visions of abundance and joy. You are afloat in the golden hush of midnight, gratitude still glowing in your heart like the ember of a gentle fire. The spell of thankfulness has wrapped you in warmth and safety, and now, as sleep gathers you up, your mind drifts toward the inner world where dreams open like secret gardens, rich and endless, and abundance glimmers everywhere you turn. The boundary between waking and dreaming is softer than silk tonight. Your body is heavy in content, but your spirit rises untethered, light as breath, buoyed by the quiet power of gratitude. The world you enter is yours to create, every image colored by appreciation, every sensation a soft echo of thanks whispered in the darkness. This is a night of golden visions, and you step into it with your heart wide open. You find yourself in a landscape bathed in luminous gold, as if sunlight itself has melted and flowed across the fields and hills and forests of your imagination. Each blade of grass sparkles, each petal on every flower glows from within. You walk through this world barefoot, feeling the richness of the earth beneath your toes, the abundance of life pressing up to greet you. You realize that gratitude has become the soil in which all your dreams are planted, fertile and forgiving, nourishing every hope and wish you have ever held. In this dream, nothing is lacking. There's more than enough for you, enough beauty, enough joy, enough gentle surprises. Your arms stretch wide to gather it all in, and yet you never run out of space. Each step brings you to a new delight, the laughter of a stream, the song, distant birds, the sweet scent of fruit hanging heavy on the trees. The world is not just full, it is overflowing, generous, lavish. Every corner reveals another blessing, another shimmering possibility. Wander deeper into this dream, noticing how abundance takes so many forms. Sometimes it is a golden coin at your feet, sometimes the embrace of an old friend, sometimes a moment of profound stillness where you feel entirely at home. You see abundance in the small things, a dewdrop glinting in the dawn, a child's laughter, a feeling of perfect health in your bones. There's richness here, not just of things, but of spirit, kindness, love, peace, hope. These, too, are treasures waiting to be gathered. As you journey on, your heart swells with gratitude. Each time you notice a blessing, the world responds, multiplying the good. You thank the sun for its warmth, and the light grows softer, richer. You thank the earth for its bounty, and new gardens bloom at your feet. You thank your own spirit for its courage, and you feel stronger, braver, more alive. Gratitude is a key that unlocks more and more and more. You meet others in this golden world, friendly faces who smile and wave, who greet you as if you are an old friend. You sense that they, too, are here by invitation, drawn into this dream by the power of gratitude. Together you share stories, laughter, kindness. There is no jealousy here. No need to compete or compare. There's room for everyone to flourish, for everyone to be rich in joy and connection. The sky above is wide and luminous, shifting through shades of gold and rose and indigo. Stars appear and disappear, blinking softly, each one a promise of wishes granted. Dreams coming true, you reach up, tracing constellations with your finger. Knowing that all things are possible in this night, you let yourself wish, let yourself hope, let yourself expect good things. Sometimes abundance appears as a gentle rain, soft, cool, refreshing. You lift your face to the sky, letting it wash over you, each drop a blessing, each shower a reminder that you are always being given, always being cared for. You dance in this rain, spinning and laughing, letting every old worry be washed away. When the rain ends, you find your hands are full, golden petals, silver coins, soft feathers, sweet fruit. The gifts never run out. There is always enough, always more. Your mind, even in dreams, is soothed by this lesson. You begin to understand, deeply and wordlessly, that the universe is abundant by nature. There's no scarcity except in forgetting to notice the gifts that are already yours. The more you think, the more you see, the more you appreciate, the richer you become. Even as you sleep, you are growing your capacity to receive in this night vision. You build a house made of gratitude, a place where you can always return. The walls are woven from kind words spoken, the roof from loving thoughts, the windows from clear moments of wonder. Inside, there are treasures tucked in every corner, memories that sparkle, hopes that glow, kindnesses you have given and received. This is your home in the world of abundance, and you are welcome here always. You remember moments from your life when you felt poor, left out, uncertain in this dream. Those memories are soothed, comforted, surrounded by new understanding. You see that every time you chose to be thankful, even for something small, you planted a seed that would one day grow into this golden garden. You forgive yourself for times when you forgot, and you promise to remember more often. Each promise is a lamp you light, a little sun to guide your way. As you wander through this world, you begin to notice doorways opening, passages to new dreams, new adventures, new blessings. You realize that gratitude does not just multiply what you have, it invites in what you desire. You let yourself ask for what you need. Trust that it will be provided. You feel no fear, no lack, only the calm certainty that you are cherished, supported, and abundantly supplied. The dream shifts, as dreams do, and now you are standing by a river made of light. It flows gently, singing to itself, sparkling with flecks of gold. You kneel by the water, cupping your hands to drink. The river tastes of sweetness and hope, and as you swallow, you feel your heart fill with confidence in tomorrow. You know that there is more to come, more to enjoy, more to give and receive. As you rest here, the world grows even softer, more peaceful. You lie back on the grass, staring up at the endless sky. You let your mind wander, let your body relax, let your spirit float. You trust that, even in sleep, your gratitude is working on your behalf, calling in more joy, more goodness, more wonder, more wonder. You notice that your dreams are colored with gold now, every story, every vision, every hope touched by light. You are no longer a visitor here. You belong in this world of abundance. You understand that thankfulness is not a task, but a way of seeing, a way of being, a way of creating your world anew every night. You sense that morning is not far off, the sky lightening at the edges, the world preparing to wake. But you linger a little longer in your golden dream, savoring the sweetness, letting it fill you. You carry this abundance with you, a secret treasure hidden in your heart, to be remembered when you rise. Before you wake, you gather your blessings close. You thank your dream for its gifts. Thank yourself for your openness. Thank the universe for its unending generosity. You promise to look for gold in the daylight, to notice blessings wherever they appear, to trust in the magic of gratitude. As you drift toward morning, you feel gentle hands guiding you, soft voices singing you forward. The world you enter will be different now, touched by the golden visions of abundance you dream tonight. Will rise wrapped in gratitude, eyes open to beauty, heart open to receiving, ready to greet the day with a grateful heart, carrying the magic of the night into the dawn. You drift slowly to the edge of morning, the golden visions of your dreams still wrapped around you like a soft, invisible blanket. Before your eyes open, you sense the quiet hush of dawn. Light spills gently into your room, filtered and kind, not urgent or loud. The pillow beneath your head is still cradling you in gratitude. and you remain in that threshold between worlds, neither fully awake nor truly asleep. Here, you find yourself in the calm, receptive space where new blessings are noticed first. Your body remembers the night's comfort. You are not startled by the morning, but met by it. Welcomed as you wake. The world outside is still, waiting for you to join. The blanket's weight is an embrace. The room's silence is a friend. You listen to the rhythm of your breath and find it unchanged, slow, gentle, deep with trust. Your heart beats in the soft cadence of appreciation. Echoing the gentle spells cast by your dreams, you open your eyes a little, letting the early light pull in your vision. The room is ordinary, familiar, yet this morning it feels bathed in a quiet glow. Everything you see is tinged with a subtle beauty, as if the golden abundance of your dreams has followed you into waking. You notice your pillow, your sheets, the gentle hush, and each detail is a blessing. A reason to whisper thank you. There is no rush, no clamor of thoughts, only the soft unfolding of awareness. You realize that you have carried something precious from the night, gratitude planted deep within. It is a warmth that lingers in your chest, a softness that radiates into your limbs. You recall your night journey, fields of gold, rivers of light, the feeling of endless receiving, and you know that the dream was not just fantasy, but a message, a gentle practice for your waking life. You let your thoughts drift across the day ahead. Rather than worrying or grasping, you welcome the hours as opportunities for gratitude. You remember how each blessing multiplied in your dream, how each thank you opened new doors. Now, in the morning light, you see how the same magic can happen here. The sunlight is a gentle hand on your face, the first breeze a quiet song. Each sound in the distance, the chirp of birds, the rustle of trees. The stir of life beginning becomes part of the music of your morning gratitude. You bring your attention to your body, stretching slowly, luxuriating in the ease of movement. You thank your arms for reaching, your legs for carrying you, your breath for sustaining you. Every part of you is a friend, a partner on this journey, and you greet yourself with the same warmth you gave your dreams. Even aches and tiredness are met with gentleness. There is space for them in this new day. Space for acceptance, space for healing. Your heart is the center of this gentle sunrise. You let it radiate appreciation for the big things and the small. The chance to begin again, the safety of this space, the certainty that you are alive, awake, and capable of noticing good. You remember those you love, sending silent thanks to each face that appears in your mind. You remember kindness is given and received. You invite new kindnesses. Knowing there will always be enough to share, you prepare to rise to greet the day. But you move slowly, savoring the comfort of your cocoon. You are not pushed by urgency, but lifted by appreciation. You thank the pillow for holding your dreams. You thank the covers for keeping you warm. You thank the night for its quiet, for its messages, for the seeds of abundance it helped you plant even as you sit up. You remain wrapped in the memory of gratitude, a garment you wear into the morning. You feel gratitude settle deeper with every action. As you wash your face, you thank the water for its coolness as you stand. You thank the floor for supporting you. Every gesture is a small ritual of appreciation. Turning the ordinary into something sacred, you sense how your grateful heart changes everything. Colors seem brighter, the world feels friendlier, possibilities open like petals. You are not searching for blessings now, you are noticing them already here. As you move through your morning, you find new reasons to give. Thanks, maybe it's a meal that tastes sweeter, a moment of silence that feels richer, a ray of sunlight that paints patterns across the wall. Perhaps it is a kind word from someone you love or a quiet moment with yourself. You realize that the world has always been full of blessings waiting for you to see them. Gratitude has become your compass. When worries arise, you gently return to thankfulness, letting it soften the edges of anxiety when plans falter. You find something in the pause to appreciate. You are not immune to challenges, but you meet them with a heart practiced in noticing good. Even difficulties become opportunities to learn, to grow, to appreciate the resilience within you. Throughout your day, you remember the dream of gold, the feeling of enough, the sense of endless receiving. When the afternoon grows busy, you pause to recall your night's journey. When you feel weary, you breathe gratitude into your body, letting it refresh and restore you. You realize that gratitude is not a moment, but a current, a steady flow beneath the surface of your life, always ready to lift you, always ready to guide. You offer thanks for what is yet to come, the surprises, the meetings, the moments of laughter or rest. You trust that each hour will bring something to appreciate. Even if it arrives in disguise, you keep your heart open, palms open, mind open. You trust that more good will come because you are ready to see it as the day unfolds. You see your gratitude reflected in others. Smiles are returned, kindness multiplies, and small synchronicities brighten your path. You notice that people respond to your open heart, meeting it with their own generosity. Their own light, the abundance you dreamed, has begun to ripple outward, changing the world around you in gentle ways even when the day ends. You know that gratitude will follow you back to sleep. You promise yourself to notice blessings again tonight, to count them, to cherish them, to weave them into your dreams. The practice continues, gentle and endless, like waves on a quiet shore. You return home, to your quiet room, to your waiting bed, knowing that you will rest well. You thank yourself for carrying gratitude through the day. You thank the world for its gifts. You thank the night for waiting, for holding space, for being ready to receive your next dream. You settle in, pillow cool, covers soft, heart at ease. You are ready to count blessings instead of sheep once more. Ready to let gratitude be your sleep spell, ready to enter new visions of gold. You let your eyes close, trusting that abundance will meet you again. That thankfulness will lead you deeper, that every dream will bring new blessings to awaken. As you drift, a gentle wonder stirs. What new journey of magic and receiving? Will tomorrow's sleep begin? The day closes quietly, as if the world itself were holding its breath. Shadows stretch softly across your room, and the ceiling overhead is bathed in deep blue. Twilight's gentle promise, you lie still, feeling the weight of the day dissolve molecule by molecule until you are nothing but warmth and presence. It is the time of surrender, when busy hands and racing thoughts give way to the hush of night. When even your dreams grow silent, waiting for you at the threshold, you notice your body resting, nestled into softness, supported by the bed. Each muscle unwinds, guided by your breath, slow and deep and forgiving. The air around you is tinged with possibility, a subtle shimmer, as if the walls themselves were opening a little wider. To let in something good, your heart feels curious, a quiet animal lifting its head to scent the breeze. There's space here at the doorway of sleep. For something new to enter, you need not seek. You need only open. You let your eyes close, letting go of the pictures of the day, the faces, the tasks, the stories that looped and tangled through your waking hours. All dissolve now, dropping away like stones sinking into a still pond. You find yourself in a gentle emptiness, a wide clearing, ready for the moon to rise. Here, at the edge of dreaming, you become aware of an ancient truth. You do not always have to strive, chase, or make things happen. Sometimes the most powerful magic is in allowing. Allowing is a word that feels soft in your mouth like silk or honey. To allow is to welcome without condition, to open your palms and heart, to say yes to whatever good wishes to find you in the doorway of sleep. You become a receiver, not a seeker. You have done enough. You have tried enough. You have asked enough. Now you rest. Now you allow. Your breath becomes the key to this gentle door. Inhale, you open a little more, inviting peace, inviting ease. Exhale, you let go of striving, of old patterns of resistance. Each breath is a signal to the universe. I am ready, I am willing, I am open. You imagine your body as a house with every window thrown wide, curtains fluttering in the sweet night air, making room for blessings to arrive. You notice the way your mind softens as you allow. The endless planning, the worries, the questions about how and when all lose their urgency in this safe space. There's no clock here, no pressure. There's only the slow unfurling of trust. You give yourself permission to stop reaching, to stop controlling. You are not falling behind. You are inviting something greater to catch up to you. As you rest in this gentle awareness, you remember moments in your life when good things arrived unexpectedly, when help showed up just as you needed it, when laughter came out of sorrow, when a door opened without you having to knock. You realize now those gifts came in moments of openness, moments when you allowed rather than forced. The universe, you see, delights in filling open spaces. Tonight, you practice this art of allowing. You become a cup, empty but expectant, ready to be filled. You become the fertile earth, willing to receive the seeds of new beginnings. You become a child, trusting that what you need will come, even if you cannot name it yet. You remind yourself, I do not need to know how. I do not need to know when. I simply open and allow. You picture the universe as a gentle river flowing to your door, where it gives on the current love, ease, clarity, abundance floating toward you, drawn by the magnet of your openness. You do not chase them, you do not reach, you simply remain receptive, letting the water bring its treasures in its own time. Your work is to rest, to trust, to receive. Your heart opens wider, a flower unfolding in the darkness. You sense the energy of giving and receiving flowing through you like breath, like the tide. For so long, you may have closed yourself to gifts out of doubt, out of habit, out of fear of disappointment. Tonight, you choose differently. Tonight, you let your soul remember that receiving is your natural state. As you rest, you offer a quiet invitation to the universe. If there is good for me tonight, let it find me easily. If there is healing, let it come quietly. If there is wisdom, let it arrive in gentle dreams. I am open. I am willing. I am here. You may notice sensations as you allow a tingling in your hands, a warmth in your chest, a feeling of spaciousness inside your mind. These are the signs that you are opening, making room. You do not rush them, do not question them. You let yourself be curious, relaxed, unhurried. You let go of any expectation of what should arrive. You trust that what comes will be exactly what you need, even if it arrives wrapped in mystery. You remember that some gifts take time, that some seeds grow in darkness before they blossom in the sun. You let patience be part of your practice tonight, trusting in the slow magic of receiving. If worries return, you greet them gently, letting them pass by like clouds on a breeze. You remind yourself, this is not a time for doing, but for being. You let yourself rest in the knowledge that your openness is enough. The world does not need you to be anything but receptive right now. You imagine your dreams as messages, as soft deliveries from the universe, slipping in through your open windows. Each dream is a feather, a note, a key. You let them arrive, one by one, knowing you will understand their meaning in time. You do not need to decode them tonight. You only need to receive. Your breath deepens, your body sinks further into the bed. The line between you and the night dissolves, and you become part of something wider, quieter, more mysterious. You are not alone in your allowing. You are supported by invisible hands, watched over by loving energies that want only your good. You find peace in this truth. Receiving is not selfish. Allowing is not weakness. To rest is to trust the benevolence of life, to believe in the generosity of the universe. You let yourself rest, not as an escape, but as an act of quiet faith. Your rest is an open invitation for blessings to enter. You feel the room fill with a soft presence, as if kindness itself has come to sit beside you. You imagine this presence brushing your forehead, smoothing your hair, whispering reassurance. You are loved, you are cherished, you are worthy of receiving every good thing. You let these truths settle into your bones, nourishing you at the deepest level. As sleep draws nearer, you allow your last thoughts to be gentle invitations. I am open to joy. I am open to answers. I am open to comfort. I am open to abundance. You feel these invitations float into the night, carried by the wind. Answered in ways you cannot yet imagine, you surrender fully, letting go of the last bit of control, letting your body, mind, and heart be vessels for good. You trust that the night is full of unseen helpers, angels, guides, gentle spirits ready to bring you what you most need. You trust that your only work now is to rest, to receive, to allow. And as you drift at the doorway of sleep, you feel yourself ready to meet those nighttime helpers, to let their quiet blessings surround you, to receive in your dreams what you allowed in your heart. Night deepens around you, velvet and vast, the darkness not empty but brimming with possibility. As you slip into sleep, you sense a shift, a thinning of the boundary between the world you know and a world less seen. The air grows softer. Your breath is a silent key, opening doors to places your waking mind only glimpses in rare, quiet moments. You surrender to the stillness, the hush between heartbeats, where the universe whispers its gentle secrets. You are ready to receive. You feel it first as a presence, subtle and soothing, perhaps a warmth at your shoulder, a breeze against your cheek, the sense of being watched over with infinite tenderness. You are not alone. As you rest in the deep of night, helpers gather, some you may imagine as angels wrapped in gold and white, some as guides, wise and kind, faces half remembered from dreams, some as silent energies, currents of love and protection weaving through the air. They arrive not with fanfare, but with a quiet that soothes, a promise that you are safe, cherished and seen. You have heard stories, perhaps, of guardian angels and gentle spirits, but tonight you do not need stories. You have only this feeling of certainty that you are enveloped by kindness. You let your thoughts grow soft, your body loose and light, and you open your heart to welcome these helpers. You do not need to know their names names or shapes or origins. You need only allow. Your openness is invitation enough. In this quiet space, begin to notice their gifts, not gifts wrapped in boxes or bound with ribbons, but offerings of comfort, guidance, and healing. Sometimes a sudden sense of peace washes over you, dissolving anxieties you didn't know you still carried. Sometimes a memory floats up, gentle and glowing, reminding you of your own strength, your own resilience, the love that lives in you and around you. Sometimes there are no words, only a soothing presence, a hush that calms the worries in your mind. You sense a loving hand smoothing your brow, tracing lines of care away from your forehead. You feel invisible arms cradling you as you drift deeper into sleep. Each breath you take is met by breath and return the rhythm of helpers beside you, matching your cadence, grounding you in comfort. There's a soft glow at the edges of your dreams, a light that flickers in greeting each time you surrender a little more. You are surrounded by encouragement, by gentle reminders that all is well. All is unfolding as it should. Sometimes in your dreams, your helpers take form. They may appear as wise old friends, their eyes kind, their voices low and soothing. They may become animals, a bird perched on your windowsill, a fox darting through a field, a cat curling by your feet. Their messages are always gentle. Rest now, you are loved. There's nothing you need to do but allow. You travel through dream landscapes, always guided, never lost. Each path you take, each door you open is watched over by unseen hands that keep you safe, keep you moving forward. When your heart aches, your helpers surrounded with warmth. When doubts flicker, they blow softly like wind on a candle, dimming your worries and bringing reassurance. Sometimes they bring laughter, sometimes the sweetness of a forgotten song. Sometimes you wake briefly in the night and feel, without question, that someone has just kissed your forehead, has whispered your name with love. You do not see them, but you know the night is full of friends. You may not remember these visits by morning, but their effects linger. You notice in the calm between dreams that answers arrive without struggle. You see a question gently placed in your heart, and then just as gently the answer blooming. You may sense yourself guided toward new understanding, new patience, new hope. Sometimes it is a nudge, a suggestion to let something go, to trust a little more, to wait and see what tomorrow brings. Sometimes it is simply the comfort of being held, being held. You trust more and more that help is always available, that you are never as alone as you sometimes feel, even on the hardest nights. You sense a web of light stretched beneath you, a network of kindness and care ready to catch you if you fall. You realize that these nighttime helpers are not separate from you, but part of the great river of life that holds every soul. Their love is ancient, their patience endless. They know your needs even before you ask. You practice asking, quietly in the language of the heart. If you seek guidance, you whisper your question into the dark, trusting that the answer will find you, maybe in a dream, maybe in the sudden knowing when you wake, maybe in a sign or a song or the gentle feeling that all is well. If you seek comfort, you let yourself be held, allowing softness to surround you, to sink into your skin and your bones. If you seek healing, you invite it in with every exhale, letting the helpers do their gentle work. You notice your sleep deepening, growing sweeter. Each worry that rises is met with a wave of reassurance. Each fear is soothed, each sorrow comforted. The helpers do not take your burdens away, but they lighten them, soften them, make them easier to bear. You dream of flying, of running freely, of laughing with companions you know and do not know. You awaken sometimes in the night with a smile on your lips, a quiet joy in your heart. You have been reminded you are loved. You sense that these nighttime helpers also bring subtle blessings. Perhaps you notice, in the days to come, a new ease in your life, things falling into place. Little bits of luck, solutions arriving just when you need them. You remember that the work of the night is mysterious, that help may come in forms you never expected. You learn to trust, to wait, to remain open to the good that wants to find you. Your helpers want nothing from you but openness. You do not have to prove yourself or earn their care. You do not have to pray in a certain way or hold the perfect thought. You simply rest, receive, allow. Your willingness is their invitation. Your trust is their welcome. You remember that you, too, are a helper, sometimes for others, sometimes for yourself. You carry this love forward, becoming a gentle presence in your own life and in the lives of those you meet. You notice, as your trust in nighttime helpers grows, your own kindness multiplies, your own wisdom deepens. You become a vessel for blessing even as you are blessed. As you drift deeper into sleep, you know that the work of the night will continue. Angels and guides, unseen friends and gentle energies remain by your side, vigilant and loving. They tend your dreams, mend your heart, soothe your body, and open doors to subtle miracles. You are always safe, always cherished, always guided. The blessings of the night slip quietly into the fabric of your being to be discovered. Little by little, as you wake and move through your days, and as the night continues, you sense that the final quiet gift awaits you, a morning full of subtle answers, fresh hope, and the gentle arrival of blessings planted by unseen hands. You rest, you trust, you allow, letting the gifts of the night unfold, ready to be received with open heart as dawn draws near. The edge of night is gentle as silk, folding softly into morning. You sense it before you see it, a change in the darkness, a hint of silver in the hush. The noon is pressing quietly against your skin. Your eyelids are heavy, your breath slow, and you linger for a while in that sacred in-between, where dreams still glow on the inside of your mind and the world beyond your window is painted with the faintest light. You are held in a cradle of peace, rocked between sleep and waking, not quite ready to let go of the comfort the night has offered you. You remember, even before your thoughts fully form, the softness that surrounded you as you slept, the gentle presence of nighttime helpers, the way love drifted in on quiet wings. There is a sense that something beautiful has happened while you rested, something invisible yet deeply real. You have been cared for, you have been watched over, you have been blessed in ways seen and unseen. You stretch a little, feeling your body awaken. There is an ease in your limbs, a sense of lightness as if a gentle hand has brushed away yesterday's fatigue. Your hands unclench, your shoulders relax, your heart beats with a soft steadiness. You take your first breath of morning. It fills you with gratitude, a thank you for the comfort of your bed, for the warmth of your blankets, for the safety of this moment. You do not rush to open your eyes. Instead, you let yourself linger in the silence, inviting the gifts of the night to reveal themselves in their own time. You feel a quiet joy in your chest, a calmness that anchors you. You sense that answers are waiting for you, not forced, not demanded, but offered gently and with love. When you finally open your eyes, the room is bathed in the gentle light of dawn. Shadows are soft, corners are kind, everything touched by the gold and silver of a new day. You are greeted not by noise or hurry, but by the blessing of stillness. The world seems softer, quieter, as if it too has received a gift during the night. You remember your invitation to the universe as you drifted into sleep. I am open to good. I am willing to receive. I trust in the gentle magic of allowing. Now, as you rise, you become aware of the ways those invitations have been answered. Some gifts are bold and unmistakable, a solution to a problem that felt impossible yesterday. A message from someone you've missed, an idea that shines with new possibility. Some gifts are subtler, a shift in your mood, a feeling of lightness, the sense that hope has returned to your heart. You sit up slowly, feeling the space around you. The air is clear, your thoughts are calm, and you realize that rest itself is a blessing. You notice how your mind feels quieter, how your body feels stronger. You are ready for the day, not because you must be, but because you have been gently prepared. Night has been your sanctuary, your teacher, your healer. You think of the helpers who watched over you, the angels, the guides, the loving energies that gathered near. You may not see them now, but their touch remains, a feeling of safety, a whisper of encouragement, a sense of not being alone. You send them silent thanks, trusting that their kindness will follow you into the hours ahead. You are never truly without help. The universe is always listening, always responding to the openness of your heart. You remember a dream from the night, a vision, a conversation, a journey through places that felt both strange and familiar. You let yourself be curious, allowing the wisdom of your dreams to unfold slowly like petals in the morning sun. You trust that the answers you seek will reveal themselves, if not all at once, then gently, in ways you can understand. You are in no hurry. The gifts of the night are patient, arriving exactly when you are ready. You move through your morning with a quiet sense of receiving. Each action becomes a gentle ritual. You thank the water as you wash your face. You savor the first sip of tea. You notice the way the light moves across the wall. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The smallest details feel like hidden treasures, a song on the radio that lifts your mood, a kind word from someone you love, a moment of peace before the day begins. As you dress, you notice that your body feels new, rested, restored, willing to move. You offer silent gratitude to your muscles, your bones, your heart. You remember that receiving is not just about what comes from outside, but also about what rises within you: strength, hope, creativity, joy. You have been filled up by the night, and now you pour that fullness into the day. Throughout the morning, you find yourself noticing small miracles, synchronicities, lucky breaks, unexpected kindness. Perhaps a long-standing worry feels lighter, as if someone has taken part of the weight from your shoulders. Perhaps you see a sign, hear a phrase, remember a truth that guides you gently forward. You trust these gifts knowing they have arrived. In answer to your willingness to allow, you become aware of how your openness shapes your experience. The more you expect good, the more you notice it. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more generous the world becomes. Even when challenges arise, you meet them with a new softness, a faith that solutions will appear, that help is always near. You remember the feeling of being held in the night, and you carry that comfort with you. A secret strength, a shield of peace. You reflect on the art of allowing, the gentle letting go, the quiet invitation, the soft readiness for all that wants to bless you. You see now that this practice is not limited to sleep. You can open yourself to gifts at any hour. Every moment is a doorway. Every breath is an invitation. The universe responds to your willingness, filling your hands, your heart, your life. As the day unfolds, you let yourself rest in the flow of receiving. You do not push or chase. You trust that what is meant for you will come. You are patient, open, curious. You follow the thread of joy wherever it leads. You notice the helpers who appear in disguise, a friend who calls, a stranger who smiles, a message that arrives at just the right moment. You thank them, knowing that each is a messenger of the kindness that surrounds you. You pause throughout the day to breathe, to check in with your heart, to renew your willingness to allow. If tension or resistance returns, you remember the softness, the night, the way you were held, the way blessings arrived when you made room for them. You unclench your hands, relax your shoulders, open your mind. You practice receiving, again and again, in small ways and large. When the sun begins to sink and the world prepares for night once more, you reflect on all you have received. You see that the day itself has been a gift, filled with moments of beauty, of ease, of quiet support. You thank the universe, thank your helpers, thank yourself for the courage to allow. You look forward to sleep, to resting again in the arms of night, to welcoming new blessings as you dreamed out. And so, as the day yields to twilight, you prepare to begin the journey again. You ready yourself to rest, to open, to allow. You trust that more gifts are on their way, unseen, unexpected, perfectly timed. You are a vessel for good, a receiver of miracles, a beloved guest in the house of the universe. You settle in, heart open, spirit willing, soul at peace. As you drift toward sleep, you wonder what new magic tomorrow's rest will bring. Its gentle gifts are waiting to find you next. Night descends in quiet waves, bringing with it the hush of possibility and the gentle promise of healing. Your bed is a cocoon, a private sanctuary where you are safe, supported, and held by the silence. You lie quietly, feeling the softness beneath your body, the gentle embrace of blankets, the coolness of the pillow cradling your head. The world outside slows and fades, leaving only the sacred space where you can turn inward, where every heartbeat becomes a lullaby. This is a night for returning home to yourself, a time to remember, to cherish, to honor your own presence. You bring your awareness gently to your body, noticing the weight of your limbs, the softness of your breath, the steady rhythm of your heart. Each inhale draws in the sweetness of self-compassion. Each exhale lets go of judgment, tension, and all the demands you've carried through the day. You imagine your heart as a quiet garden, tended with patience and care. There is nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to prove. In this private garden, everything about you is welcome. The tender shoots of your hopes, the wild flowers of your dreams, the tangled vines of your fears all belong here, all worthy of sunlight and gentleness. You are the caretaker, the beloved guest, the honored soul in this lush and living space tonight. You offer yourself the rare gift of unconditional love. You whisper it gently, letting the words bloom in your mind. I love you. I am enough. I am worthy just as I am. At first, these words may feel unfamiliar, but you repeat them again and again, letting them sink into your bones. You remember that you are not the sum of your accomplishments or your mistakes. You are not measured by what you have given or received. You are whole, precious, deserving. By the simple fact of your being, you begin to feel a warmth gathering. In your chest a soft, golden glow that radiates outwards, bathing your body in comfort. You let it flow to your shoulders, your arms, your hands, each cell accepting the gentle message, you are loved. The glow settles in your belly, your legs, your feet moving with your breath. Every part of you is nourished, every wound soothed, every worry quieted. You are home within yourself. You think of the times you have offered kindness to others, a comforting word, a listening ear, a patient smile. Tonight, you turn the kindness inward, giving yourself the same compassion you would offer a friend. If there are mistakes you have made, you forgive them softly, letting them float away like leaves on a gentle stream. If there are hurts you still carry, you cradle them with care, telling them it's okay to rest now. You are safe. You remember the parts of you that feel lonely or unseen or not enough. You gather them close, holding them gently in the arms of your heart. You tell them you are part of me and you belong here. I see you. I cherish you. Every fractured piece, every shadow, every hope and longing, they are all welcomed, all embraced in this quiet circle of self-love. With each breath, you soften. With each exhale, you let go of old stories that no longer serve you. You let your mind float back to moments when you felt joyful and whole, perhaps as a child, playing in the sunlight, or as an adult, laughing freely, loved and loving without fear. You let these memories glow within you, shining light into every dark corner. You let them remind you that love is not something you have to earn. It is something you are. You imagine your heart surrounded by a shimmering cocoon of light, woven from every act of kindness you have ever given or received. This light is a shield and a balm, protecting you from harshness, warming you in coldness, healing you wherever you feel wounded. You rest within this cocoon, letting it pulse gently with every breath, trusting that it will hold you through the night. You repeat softly to yourself, I am safe, I am worthy, I am loved. The words become a gentle rhythm, a lullaby for your soul. You let them echo through your body, dissolving tension, melting doubt. You trust that the more you love yourself, the more love will find you in your dreams, in your waking life, in every encounter yet to come. You let your thoughts drift, gently and without effort, to the future. You see yourself moving through the world with a heart full of self-love, speaking kindly to yourself, making choices that honor your needs, setting boundaries that protect your peace. You imagine meeting others with open arms, unafraid to give or receive, unafraid to show your true self. You sense that the love you cultivate within yourself becomes a beacon, drawing more love, more joy, more kindness toward you. You are not alone, even in the quietest night. The universe wraps around you, echoing your own gentle affirmations. You feel the pulse of life, steady, loving, vast, supporting you, believing in you, blessing you with every breath. You let yourself trust that you are part of something greater, something wise and nurturing and full of love. You let your body grow heavier, sinking deeper into the mattress, every muscle soft and loose. Your mind grows quiet, comforted by the presence of self-love. You have nothing to do, nowhere to go, nothing to change. This moment is complete. You are enough. Before sleep comes, you send one last wave of kindness through your body. From the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, you thank yourself for showing up, for being gentle, for being present. You promise to return to this garden of self-love whenever you need to, whenever the world grows sharp, whenever you feel tired, whenever you long for comfort. It will always be here, waiting, ready to welcome you home. And as you drift toward dreams, you sense a new journey waiting, a journey into connection, into the gardens of relationship, where love flows outwards, drawing kindred spirits near, weaving new stories in the soft gold of night. The night deepens, and in your cocoon of self-love, you feel the sweet promise of something more, a gentle stirring, a soft ache for connection. You are wrapped in comfort, secure in your own presence, yet the heart is always reaching, always, longing to share its warmth with another soul. Tonight, the space within you opens wider, inviting love not just for yourself, but for all the world. You drift on this current, letting the longing become a gentle wind that carries you into the garden of dreams. The air is rich with possibility. Each breath is a thread of gold, weaving you into the soft tapestry of nighttime visions. You let your mind drift, not forcing any story, but allowing gentle images to rise, scenes of kindness, of closeness, of hands joined and voices laughing together. You remember the warmth of a friend's embrace, the spark in a stranger's smile, the simple sweetness of being understood. All these memories shimmer in the night, echoes of connection, evidence that love is always searching for a way to reach you down in the sanctuary of dreams. You step into a garden lush with blooming flowers. The moon hangs high above, silver and watchful, its light bathing the world in magic. You feel the grass cool beneath your bare feet, the fragrance of night-blooming jasmine swirling in the air. Every petal, every leaf, every stone is alive with a secret hope. You sense that you are not alone. Even here, there are presences near you, gentle, luminous, kindred spirits drawn by the light of your open heart. You walk quietly through this garden, letting your hands brush the petals, your fingers trailing through the dew. Each step feels guided, each movement easy and unhurried. You notice figures appearing beside you, faces familiar and new, each radiant with the glow of affection. They greet you with soft words, laughter that ripples like water. With eyes that see you truly, you are welcomed, cherished, celebrated. Simply for being who you are, you find yourself sitting with these kindred souls around a small, glowing fire. The flames cast dancing shadows, painting the air with gold and amber. Here, in this circle of trust, you speak from your heart. You share your hopes and fears, your dreams and memories, knowing that every word is honored. Be silence respected. There is no judgment, no need to hide. You are seen, you are heard, you are held. The others share to their stories, their laughter, their quiet sadness. You realize that everyone longs for connection. Everyone carries tenderness within them. Everyone is searching for a hand to hold in the darkness. The more you listen, the more you feel love flowing through the circle, binding each soul together in a gentle embrace. You sense that your love is a light in the darkness, and that every act of openness makes the world brighter, more welcoming, more welcoming. As the night garden shimmers around you, you notice how connection grows. It blooms not from perfection, but from honesty, from vulnerability, from the willingness to show up exactly as you are. Each time you offer a kind word or a listening ear, the flowers around you grow taller, their colors deepening, their scent sweeter. The garden of your dreams becomes a tapestry of love woven from laughter, from tears, from simple shared presence. You find yourself standing, arms open wide, spinning slowly beneath the moon. The garden hums with life, and you feel the energy of all your connections, past, present, and yet to come, flowing into you, filling you with gentle courage. You let yourself believe that love is not rare or hard to find, but as natural as breath, as inevitable as sunrise. You remember all the ways love has already come to you, and you trust that more is always on the way. Your dreams begin to shift, showing you visions of new connection, faces you have not yet met, places you have not yet been, moments of unexpected sweetness waiting in the wings of your life. You see yourself reaching out, saying yes to invitations, smiling at strangers, following the quiet nudge to make a call or send a message. You see doors opening, bridges forming, hands reaching back when you extend your own dot in this dream. You are a magnet for love, not by chasing, but by becoming, by being. By allowing yourself to shine in your own unique way, you let the world see your true self, and in return, the world sends you reflections of love in 1,000 different forms. Sometimes it is a partner's gentle gaze, sometimes a friend's quick text, sometimes a stranger's unexpected kindness. You learn that every form of connection is a blessing, and you welcome them all. You remember to offer love outward as well. You send blessings to friends near and far, to strangers you may never meet, to every lonely heart in the night you imagine. Your love is a gentle ripple spreading through the dream world, touching everyone who needs it, weaving new threads of hope and comfort. You trust that what you send out will return to you, multiplied and transformed at exactly the right moment. As you drift through the garden, the night deepens and softens. The moon lowers toward the horizon, painting everything in a silver glow. The fire in the circle burns low, but its warmth remains, a steady ember at the center of your heart. You know that you can return to this place of connection again and again whenever you need reminding that you are never alone. You prepare to leave the dream garden, gathering its sweetness into your chest. You take with you the feeling of belonging, the memory of laughter, the knowledge that love is both a gift and a practice. You promise to carry these lessons into your waking life, to show up, to reach out, to trust the gentle pull of your own heart. You know that love is always seeking you, always making its way toward you. No matter where you are, you drift toward waking, the edges of the garden dissolving into golden mist. You feel the warmth of connection lingering in your body, a gentle spark that will glow through the day. you trust that love will find you in new ways. Again and again, each time you return to the garden of your heart, and as the first light of morning begins to brighten the sky, you sense the final blessing waiting for you, a gentle echo, a loving whisper, a reminder that every dream of connection sown in the night will bloom anew at dawn, carrying you into a new day where love's return is always possible, always welcome, always near. The gentle hush of morning tiptoes into your room. Quietly brushing aside the velvet curtains of night, you remain still, cocooned in the warmth. Memory of dreams, savoring the last sweetness of slumber before fully returning to the world. For a moment, you are neither here nor there, but suspended in the tender light that lingers between sleep and waking a realm, where the heart speaks softly and yesterday's visions still shimmer, fragile and golden on the inside of your eyelids. Your first breath is deep, filling you with a feeling that is soft but unmistakable. It is love subtle, patient, and alive within you. The echoes of the night's dreaming garden linger in your body, as if your very skin remembers moonlit laughter and the warmth of being seen. You feel the gentle residue of connection, the vibration of all the hands you held and all the smiles exchanged. Woven into your chest like a hidden melody, you keep your eyes closed, savoring the spaciousness in your heart. There is no rush. You let the memory of last night's self-love return, a golden warmth settling through your ribs. A sense of belonging that wraps you from within. You recall how, as you drifted to sleep, you gathered every part of yourself close, offered forgiveness and gentle understanding until your heart felt like a safe haven. Now, that haven feels more real than ever. You realize that you have become both your own home and your own sanctuary. Slowly, you recall the garden of dreams, the circle of kindred souls. Round the fire, the softness of open arms, the song of belonging that hummed through every blade of grass. You remember the feeling of being understood without words, loved without condition, held without effort. Faces may blur as daylight grows, but the feeling remains. You are connected always to something greater than yourself. As your mind wakes, the echoes of love begin to ripple outward. You notice the urge to reach for your phone, to check for messages, to see who might have thought of you while you slept. But before you move, you pause, letting gratitude settle on your heart like dew. You remember that love is not just something that arrives from outside, but something you generate, something that grows and flows from your own open spirit. You decide to linger a moment longer in this knowing. With every breath, you sense the heart's echo growing stronger, a resonance that calls love toward you and radiates it from within. You find yourself thinking of someone dear, perhaps a friend, a family member, a partner, or someone whose memory brings a smile. You let their image fill your mind, sending them silent blessings, trusting that love needs no words to travel. You realize that love, once awakened, continues to move, carrying its gentle energy into the day ahead. You notice how the world itself seems different, bathed in a softer light, shimmering with possibility. The ordinary becomes touched with magic. The sunlight streaming through your window paints gold across your pillow. The air is alive with the promise of new connection, new laughter, new joys waiting just beyond the edge of the day. Listen to the silence and hear it thrumming with hope. Rising slowly, you stretch your arms, feeling your body wake with a new sense of ease. Every muscle, every bone, every breath is a reminder of presence, of being here, of being alive. You thank yourself for tending to your heart, for showing up for your own needs, for offering kindness to yourself and to others. You feel stronger now, more whole, as if you carry the secret blessing of the night in every cell. You move through your morning rituals, making tea, opening windows, letting the cool air kiss your cheeks with a gentle attention that comes only from a heart at peace. Each movement is a prayer, each gesture a quiet affirmation. I am here, I am enough, I am ready to give and to receive. The world responds to your quiet openness, sending small gifts in return, a bird song, the rustle of leaves, the distant laughter of a neighbor, the warmth of sunlight on your skin. As you check your messages or greet the people in your home, you notice small miracles. Perhaps a note of appreciation from someone you care for. Perhaps a new invitation, a kind word, a smile that lingers. Perhaps it is only the ease of a conversation, comfort of knowing you are connected, the reassurance that love returns in 1,000 unexpected forms. Each sign is an echo, a response to the love you sent out into the night. You reflect on how love multiplies itself, growing in strength the more you share it. Every act of kindness, every gentle thought, every Moment of genuine presence, these are ripples that travel far beyond what you can see. You know that even the smallest gesture offered with an open heart comes back to you magnified, changed, carrying the signature of all the hearts it has touched on as the day unfolds. You find yourself responding to the world differently. You listen with greater patience, speak with more care, hold others in the gentle circle of your compassion. You are less guarded, more willing to be seen. You say yes to small adventures, yes to laughter, yes to new friendships or the deepening of old ones. You trust that what you offer will return in its own way in time. You notice that when moments of loneliness arise, they are not frightening. Instead, they are invitations to return to your inner garden, to rest in the glow of self-love, to remember that connection is always just a breath away. You remember the faces from your dream circle, the firelight, the soft promise of belonging. You call upon those memories, letting them fill you up, and you find the loneliness melts, replaced by a quiet joy as afternoon becomes evening. You pause to remember that all love begins within. You offer yourself a gentle word, a kind touch, a moment of rest. You thank the universe for the ways love has found you today, for the small echoes, the gentle surprises, the smiles and silences that wove your day together. You carry this gratitude into the evening, trusting that every new night brings new opportunities for love to return, new ways for your heart's echo to be heard. When you finally return to your bed, the room dark and peaceful once again, you sense the threshold of dreams beckoning. You settle into the softness, letting your heart open anew. You repeat the affirmations that have become your lullaby. I am loved. I am loving. I am love. You invite connection. You invite kindness. You invite the universe to weave new stories of joy through the loom of your sleep. As you drift towards slumber, you feel the gentle pulse of your heart, its echo, its promise, its endless willingness to give and to receive. You trust that as you dream, love will travel out from you and back again, spiraling through worlds seen and unseen. You are a part of this great dance, and the music will never end. And as you slip into sleep, you sense the softest question rising. On the breath of the night, what new blessings, what new adventures, what new forms of love might tomorrow's dreams bring? Night falls like a silk curtain, drawing the world into softness. Shadows gather gently around your bed, creating a sanctuary of comfort, a hush where abundance can whisper its secrets. You settle into this quiet world, letting the day slip away, knowing that everything you need will find you here. The sheets cradle your body, the air carries the faintest promise of sweet things to come. You are safe, you are cherished, you are enough, and tonight, you are ready to sleep in the richness of more than enough. You close your eyes and sense the quiet pulse of life all around you. You feel it in the warmth of your bed, in the slow rhythm of your breath, in the steady beat of your heart. The world outside is distant, its noise softened by the gentle wall of darkness. Here, in this private space, you are free to release every worry about not having, not being, not doing enough. You sink into the mattress, feeling the day's efforts dissolve, every muscle growing heavy with the certainty that you lack nothing. You breathe in, filling your lungs with the cool air, and with each breath, you imagine drawing an abundance, soft, golden, and limitless. Each exhale is a release, letting go of old doubts, letting go of stories of scarcity, letting go of the places where you told yourself you must strive, grasp, or prove your worth. There is nothing to chase here. Abundance is not a race, not a test, but the natural state of your being when you surrender to the moment. You remember times when you worried there would not be enough time, enough love, enough opportunity, enough comfort. You recall the anxious voice within that whispered warnings of shortage or disappointment. Tonight, you answer that voice with gentleness, with the deep wisdom that comes from resting in enoughness. You tell yourself softly, I am provided for. There is plenty. I am already surrounded by more than enough. You visualize abundance as a golden mist filling your room. It settles on every surface, coats every shadow, glimmers softly at the edges of your dreams. You see it pulling in the corners, drifting over you like a warm blanket. Each breath you take draws this golden abundance closer, letting it seep into your skin, your bones, your spirit. You relax, trusting that the universe is generous, that life itself is always seeking ways to provide. Your mind drifts through memories of receiving unexpected kindness, timely gifts, moments when what you needed arrived just as you needed it. Perhaps it was a friend's encouragement, a stranger's smile, an idea that brightened your day. You realize that abundance takes many forms, some so subtle you might have missed them before. You remember now, you let these moments fill you, building the story of your life as one of receiving, of being cared for, of being loved. You repeat softly to yourself, there is more than enough. I am worthy of plenty, every need is met with ease. I trust in the richness of life. Each phrase becomes a thread, weaving a tapestry of sufficiency that wraps you in peace. You feel your mind relaxing, no longer planning, no longer scheming. You trust that all will be well, and in this trust you find space to dream. You imagine what it would be like to always feel abundant, not just in wealth, but in love, in joy, in creativity, in time. You see yourself moving through your days with an open heart, generous in spirit, confident in the knowledge that there is always more to come. You imagine yourself giving freely, a smile, a kind word, a helping hand, knowing that in giving, you also receive. The river of abundance flows both ways. You remember nature's endless gifts, the way a tree gives shade without asking, the way a flower blooms just for the joy of it, the way rain falls on every field. The universe does not ration its blessings. There is always more beauty, more possibility. For chances to begin again, you let yourself trust that this endless giving is for you, too. You are part of the great web of receiving, worthy of the gifts that flow through the world. As you drift, you become aware of all the abundance in your life now, the breath moving in and out of your lungs, the comfort of your bed, the roof above your head, the safety of this moment, the love that reaches you even in silence, the dreams waiting for you on the other side of sleep. You thank the universe for each one, letting gratitude create new room for even more. You know that abundance is not always about things. It is a feeling, a knowing, a willingness to see what is already present. It is the fullness in your heart after a day well lived, the glow that lingers after laughter. Peace that settles when you trust that you are supported. You allow yourself to rest in this feeling, to let it expand inside you like sunlight. At dawn, as your body grows heavier, your spirit feels lighter. You release any last remnants of scarcity, old stories, generational worries, fears of not enough. You picture these doubts as pebbles in your hand, and you drop them one by one into a flowing stream. The water carries them away, far from you, leaving only space for new things to grow. You sense the vastness of possibility stretching out before you, even as your eyelids grow heavier. The world is wide, and there are paths yet unseen, doors yet unopened, treasures yet discovered. You know that abundance meets you at every turn, not always with what you expected, but always with what you truly need. You let yourself be surprised by the forms abundance takes: an idea, a friend, a burst of laughter, a solution that arrives in the quiet. You give yourself permission to receive. Just tonight, but every night, you let go of guilt or doubt. You remember that your dreams, your happiness, your well-being matter. The universe delights in your joy, your flourishing, your peace. You trust that every good thing you imagine, every hope you hold, has a place in the world waiting to find you. You rest in the knowledge that you are worthy not because of what you do, but because of who you are. There is enough for you. There is more than enough for everyone. Scarcity is an old dream you can leave behind. As you slip closer to sleep, you feel the golden mist of abundance gathering more thickly around you, entering your dreams. You imagine yourself waking in a world where every need is met with grace, where every desire finds its way to you, where giving and receiving are as natural as breathing. You let abundance fill your sleep, growing quietly as you rest. You trust that, as you dream, new seeds are being planted, and tomorrow will bring a harvest you never expected. The hush of night is deep and rich, velvet against your skin. You are held in the cocoon of darkness, safe and silent, with the world outside muted to a lull. All around you, the invisible garden of your soul waits in gentle anticipation. The abundance you called forth before sleep settles beside you, and now, with every breath, you sense an invitation to plant, to dream, to trust in the magic that works while your eyes are closed. You become aware of the fertile ground inside you, the place where dreams and wishes find their roots. The quiet that surrounds you is not empty, but alive with possibility. The perfect soil for planting your desires. You do not have to strive or hurry in the darkness. Everything you hope for is held tenderly, as seeds held in a gardener's careful hands. You are both the dreamer and the garden, both the sower and the earth. With every gentle inhale, you gather your wishes, small and large, old and new. Some may be clear hopes for love, for prosperity, for health, for joy. Others may be whispers, Yearnings you cannot yet name, you hold them all with compassion, letting none be lost, letting each find its place in your heart's soil. There's no judgment here, no wish too small or too wild. The garden is wide, the night is generous. Imagine yourself kneeling in this garden beneath the sky scattered with stars. The air is soft and fragrant, the earth warm and welcoming beneath. Your hands, one by one, you take your wishes and plant them. You see yourself pressing hope into the ground, covering it gently with rich, dark soil. Each wish becomes a seed of promise to the future, a silent agreement between you and the universe. As you plant, you remember that seeds are patient. They do not bloom on command or hurry toward the light. They rest in darkness, drawing nourishment from the unseen, growing roots before they ever break the surface. You tell yourself, I trust the timing of my dreams. I trust that what is meant for me will grow. Even if I cannot see it yet, this trust brings a deep, sweet peace, a release of urgency, a knowing that life unfolds in its own perfect rhythm. As night falls again, you prepare to plant new seeds in the fertile darkness. You know now that abundance is not a what-I'm harvest, but a cycle of living. Breathing dance of trust and receiving, of patience and joy, you slip beneath your covers, heart open, spirit willing, ready to rest in the richness of enough. You remember every dream planted is a promise, every act of trust a magnet for good, every night a garden for abundance to take root. You welcome the coming darkness, knowing that new gifts will grow while you sleep, and that in the morning another harvest will be waiting, unexpected, gentle, and perfectly timed, ready to be received with open hands and an open heart. Night falls like a hush, drawing a gentle curtain over the chaos of the day. You find yourself here again, safe, sheltered, welcomed by the softness of your bed and the dim glow of the room. The air is kind, each sound, each shadow, each hush seems to whisper, you may set it all down now. You lie back, letting your body remember what it means to be weightless, to let the world be as it is, just for a while. There's no task for your hands tonight, no problem for your mind to solve. The clock slows its ticking. The universe leans in, patient and loving, waiting for you to exhale. With a single breath, you let go of the invisible reins you've gripped all day, those thin, tense strands woven from worry, responsibility, plans, and the need to steer every moment. You have tried and tried well. You have done what you could. And now, as night deepens, it is time to let the current hold you. You sense, perhaps, a flicker of discomfort, a gentle uncertainty in the space where control once lived. It's natural. The mind is a loyal guard dog, trained to bark at every unknown. Every slip of the leash, you thank your mind for its service, for wanting to keep you safe, for its tireless vigilance. But you also remind it that there is another kind of safety, a deeper peace found not in holding on, but in letting go. You bring your awareness to your breath, feeling how it rises and falls without effort or command. Inhale, the world expands. Exhale, the world releases. You realize that this is the first lesson of surrender, that life continues beautifully whether or not you steer. The body knows how to rest, the heart knows how to heal. The earth spins, the moon rises, the tide returns no matter how tightly you've gripped the day. You picture your worries and plans, each task, each hope, each demand resting in your hands. Bright and heavy as marbles, you have carried them long enough. Now, in the quiet, you open your palms and let them tumble softly to the ground. You feel the relief in your fingers, the lightness in your wrists, the new space that opens where burdens once sat. You do not have to hold it all. There may be parts of you that resist, wanting to check the lists, tighten the knots, fix what feels unfinished. You greet these parts kindly, promising them that nothing urgent will be lost in a single night. You remind yourself, rest is productive, trust is healing, surrender is not defeat, but wisdom, the wisdom of allowing life to help you, to guide you, to work its gentle magic in the darkness. You allow your mind to grow soft around the edges, thoughts blurring, urgency melting into stillness. If a stray worry arises, you imagine it as a feather drifting across a pond, landing and then floating away on the glassy surface. Nothing must be grasped, nothing must be solved. The world will spin, the sun will rise, even if you do nothing at all. You feel your body responding, shoulders lowering, jaw unclenching, spine relaxing into the support of the mattress. Your heart slows its beating, settling into the rhythm of the night. Every cell receives the message. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to let go. You remember the times when you tried to control every outcome, to plan for every possibility. You remember the exhaustion, the fear of missing or failing tonight. You tell yourself another story, a story in which it is safe to trust, safe to be imperfect, safe to set the reins down and let someone, something carry you for a while. You recall moments in your life when letting go led to unexpected grace, when help arrived unbidden, when beauty bloomed from chaos, when rest became the answer you didn't know you needed. You trust that tonight will be another of those moments. You whisper to yourself, I release the need to control. I welcome the unknown. I trust that I am held always by something wiser and kinder than my worry. You imagine the universe as a gentle river flowing beneath and around you. You do not need to swim or steer or struggle. You are invited to float, to surrender your weight to the water, to be carried where you need to go. There is peace in this letting go, a sweetness that finds you only when you release your grip. With every breath, you surrender a little more. You trust that your life is not just a sum of your efforts, but a tapestry woven by countless unseen hands, by chance, by grace, by the love of those who wish you well. You are not alone in the journey. You are never without guidance. Every time you let go, you make room for help, for serendipity, for miracles. You picture yourself drifting on this river, starlight above, gentle current below. Banks are lush and welcoming, lined with wildflowers glowing softly in the moonlight. You do not know what bends or rapids lie ahead, and you do not need to, for tonight. All that matters is the ease of floating, the relief of release, the quiet joy of surrender. You allow the tension in your mind and body to slip away. You remind yourself that control is not always power. Sometimes the greatest strength is in trust, in allowing life to show you the way. You trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by. You trust that every pause is purposeful, every detour a doorway, every rest a chance for new guidance to arrive. You thank yourself for the courage it takes to let go. You bless the parts of you that wish to keep holding on, honoring them for their care. You let your heart rest in the knowledge that you are always enough, even when you do nothing at all. As you drift closer to sleep, you sense a new invitation, rising a call to surrender even more deeply, to let yourself be carried further down the gentle river of the night. You are safe, you are loved, you are guided. And as your mind grows quieter, you feel the current strengthen, ready to take you where you need to go, inviting you to the next chapter where surrender becomes trust and trust becomes gentle guidance, carrying you through the healing night. Night deepens, and you feel the soft current of surrender gathering beneath you like a river that knows its way home. The world outside disappears, replaced by the slow, liquid hush of darkness. Your body, lighter now, without the weight of control, floats in this safe tide. You are carried, not by effort, but by trust, a trust that needs no map, no timeline, no command. Here, you are free to rest and let yourself be led. You feel the subtle presence of guidance, as gentle as a hand brushing your cheek or a whisper at the edge of your dreams. Perhaps you remember in the day's rush the feeling of being alone, with your burdens responsible for every turn and twist. But in the hush of night, something greater holds you, something ancient, wise, and impossibly kind. The river is patient. The river has time for you. You close your eyes and let your thoughts drift like leaves upon the current. You are not asked to steer or to hurry. Every muscle, every thought, every hope is allowed to surrender to the river's embrace. You sense guidance flowing to you in 100 unseen ways. The hush that falls on a troubled mind, the idea that slips quietly into your heart, the gentle nudge that says, rest now, all is well. There is comfort in not having to know the whole journey. You remember that even rivers, as ancient as they are, do not know each stone and bend before they arrive. They trust the landscape, flowing around obstacles, finding their way by instinct, by faith in the pull of the sea. Tonight, you let your soul become like water, open, adaptive, willing to be carried. You sense old doubts floating away, the need to figure it all out, to anticipate every turn. You watch them drift, dissolving into the dark water. In their place comes a gentle spaciousness, a quiet assurance that you are guided by something larger than worry. You whisper to yourself, I trust the river. I trust the guidance that comes in stillness. I trust the path, even when it disappears in shadow. You notice the way your breath slows, deepens, aligning itself with the rhythm of the unseen current. Each inhale brings the cool, cleansing energy of trust. Each exhale is a letting go, a surrendering of what you cannot know or control. The more you trust, the more the river seems to brighten silver in the moonlight, smooth and effortless, winding through the landscape of your dreams. You may see glimpses of guidance in the images that flicker behind your eyelids, a door opening, where you thought there was only a wall, a familiar face offering comfort, a path lit by gentle lanterns even in the deepest dusk. You let these images come and go, not forcing meaning or solution. The river brings you what you need when you need it, and never asks you to carry more than you can hold. You think of times when guidance has arrived without you seeking it, moments when a kind word, a sudden insight, or a strange coincidence changed everything. You realize these were the gifts of surrender, trusting something greater to lead you. Tonight, you welcome these gifts. You let the river bring them, knowing you are always in the current, always moving toward what is best for you, best for you. If worry returns, you do not chase it away or try to solve it. You simply place it gently on the surface of the river, watching as it floats downstream, growing smaller and softer until it disappears. You do not need to know the answer now. You only need to trust that answers are on their way. You listen for guidance in the silence, the space between your breaths. Peace that settles on your heart, the sense that you are exactly where you are meant to be. Guidance does not always shout, or often it arrives on tiptoe through a feeling of rightness, an unexpected moment of peace, a door that opens with no effort at all. You practice listening, not with your ears, but with your soul. As you float, you remember that letting go does not mean abandoning yourself. Surrender is not helplessness, but a partnership with the wisdom of the universe. You remain a participant in your journey, but now you move with the current, not against it. You allow help to arrive in whatever form it takes, a friend, a stranger, a dream, a sudden shift in perspective. You become a co-creator with the river. Trusting its gentle suggestions, you find yourself growing lighter, brighter, more at ease. Old patterns of striving and struggling soften. You realize that the universe wants your peace, your happiness, your relief. You trust that you are worthy of help, worthy of guidance, worthy of the grace that flows without condition. As sleep deepens, you sense yourself moving through new landscapes, guided by currents unseen. You pass through fields of silver grasses, beneath canopies of stars, over waters lit by the moon. Each place is a reminder that you are held always, and that your only job tonight is to allow yourself to be carried. You notice how, in the morning, the river will have brought you somewhere new. You may not see it immediately, but you will feel it in your calm, in your trust, in the gentle way the world arranges itself around you. You let yourself look forward to this, the quiet surprises, the help that comes, the ease that finds you when you least expect it. You rest deeply, trusting the river, trusting the gentle guidance that flows through every night, every dream, every moment of letting go. You welcome the dawn to reveal what the river has delivered, to wake and discover softly how the universe has arranged goodness on your behalf. Pale light begins to seep quietly into your room, brushing the world with a gentleness you recognize as the signature of surrender. You are slow to wake, wrapped in the lingering comfort of the night's river, a river that has carried you through dreams, released you quietly and kindly on the shores of morning. Before you open your eyes, you rest in the warmth of the sheets, feeling the afterglow of trust woven through your body. You notice first the ease, the absence of struggle, the softness in your chest, the delicate hush that fills the space where old worries used to echo. The room is silent, but it is a full silence, a silence humming with reassurance. You recall that sometime in the deep of night, you chose to let go, to set down the reins, to allow life itself to take the lead. Now, in the gentle dawn, you discover what it means to wake in the ease of surrender. You keep your eyes closed a little longer, savoring the peacefulness inside and out. Your breath flows steadily, without command. Your heart moves in its calm rhythm. You remember how you let the river carry your burdens, how you trusted that help would come, that you could rest, that the world would not collapse if you simply let go. You remember the courage it took to unclench your fists, to release your plans, to allow guidance to arrive in its own way. You feel the difference in your body. Your shoulders are loose, your jaw is relaxed, your hands are open on the covers. There is no urge to reach, to grip, to solve. You realize with a sense of quiet wonder that the world keeps moving without your constant effort, that you are supported by currents seen and unseen. You let this truth settle deeper into your bones. You turn gently, stretching as the morning stretches with you, both of you learning what it means to move and trust. You greet the day as it is, not as you wish it to be or fear it might be. You listen for the guidance that lingers like the aftertaste of sweet water, in the soft your thoughts. Sometimes it comes as a nudge called this person. Take this path, pause here for just a moment longer. Sometimes it comes as a simple willingness to wait, to allow, to watch the story unfold. You move through your morning with new awareness. When an old worry stirs, you greet it gently. It's all right. I am not alone. I can let go. I can trust. You notice that the urge to control feels weaker. Its urgency is softened by the memory of how good it felt to rest. You remember that the river still runs beneath everything, even as the world grows brighter. As you prepare for the day, you find yourself making choices with more ease. You trust your own wisdom. The quiet signals from your body, the gentle impulses of your heart. You give yourself permission to do less, to move slower, to pause and breathe. You notice that when you release the need to force outcomes, things often flow more smoothly. Opportunities appear, help rise with less effort. You recall times in your life when the best things happen unexpectedly when you let go and life met you halfway. You remember how letting go made space for surprises, how surrender created room for new joys. This morning, you trust that more goodness is waiting, that the world is eager to work with you, not against you. Approach each moment with curiosity instead of control. You let yourself receive help, both from others and from the invisible hands of the universe. When someone offers support, you accept it with gratitude, knowing that interdependence is not weakness, but wisdom. When you sense a pause, an invitation to rest or to wait, you listen. You honor the natural rhythms of your body, the gentle guidance that says, not yet, or now is the time, or try a different way. As the day unfolds, you recognize the gentle markers of surrender, a sense of space, a lightness in your chest, a new willingness to trust what you cannot see. When challenges arise, you pause before responding. You ask yourself, is this mine to control? Can I let go and see what guidance appears? You learn to trust the slow answers, the quiet arrivals, the magic that only comes when you step back and allow. You carry the ease of surrender through every interaction, every task, every breath. You notice that people respond differently to you, softer, more open, as if your own trust invites them to relax as well. You witness small miracles, a problem resolving itself, a door opening, a solution presenting itself in a way you never planned. You feel less alone, more connected to the gentle intelligence that flows through all things. Throughout the day, you make room for moments of quiet, closing your eyes, placing a hand over your heart, reminding yourself that you can trust the river beneath your life. You release the pressure to have all the answers, to be perfect, to hold every thread. You let go of the reins again and again, trusting that what is meant for you will return. What is not will drift gently away. As evening draws near, you pause in gratitude for the ease you've experienced. You thank yourself for the bravery it took to surrender, for the wisdom of letting go, for the new softness in your days. You trust that the river will carry you again tonight, that guidance will come in dreams, that you are safe to rest in the arms of the unknown. When you slip between the sheets, you feel the current waiting. You know that surrender is a practice, not a single act, and that each night is another opportunity to let go and be carried. You trust that tomorrow will bring more reasons to relax, evidence of gentle guidance, more invitations to live in the ease that surrender allows. And as you drift toward sleep, you wonder what new currents might carry you, what new shores await, what fresh guidance will greet you when you next awaken to a world shaped by gentle, trusting hands. Night arrives like a hush, a gentle invitation to cross the threshold into a softer world. You stand at the doorway of evening, feeling the weight of the day slip from your shoulders, falling away with the setting sun. The sky outside your window deepens into blue and violet, stars beginning to appear, tiny lanterns promising rest, quiet, renewal. You are drawn inward, toward the warmth and peace waiting within, toward the sanctuary that only night can bring. You enter your bedroom slowly, noticing the familiar safety of this space. The light is dim, shadows settle kindly across your blankets and pillow. There is a ritual in preparing for sleep, a turning down of sheets, the cool hush of air, the gentle tug of soft fabric around your body. You are safe here, wrapped in the comfort of belonging, in the certainty that this moment is yours. Every sound outside grows quieter, every distraction dissolves into the distance. You close the door behind you, leaving the world to its own. Dreaming and step into the sanctuary of night, you move gently, honoring the needs of your body. If there are aches, you cradle them with kindness. If there is tension, you stretch and breathe. Feeling your muscles unwind, you listen to your own needs, water to sip, a story to read. a gentle touch to your skin. You take your time, knowing that healing does not come through hurry, but through care, through loving attention to yourself. Each action is a signal. I am safe. I am here. I am ready to receive the gifts of rest. Gifts of rest. As you settle into bed, you feel the mattress embrace your body, supporting every curve, every edge. Every place that has been worn or wounded by the day, you tuck yourself in, pulling the blankets close, feeling the cocoon of warmth and comfort, wrapping you, holding you as you are. The air in the room grows still and sweet. The light dims further, making everything soft, blurring the outlines of worry and memory. You close your eyes, drawing your awareness inward. Your breath becomes the rhythm of the sanctuary, a slow, steady tide that washes over you. Again and again, bringing release with every exhale, you let the day's thoughts drift past. As leaves on a gentle stream, needing no response, no attention. You are allowed to let go now, to give yourself over to the care of the night. You remember that every heart carries stories, some bright, some heavy, some still aching beneath the surface. You honor the journeys your heart has traveled, the burdens it has carried, the hopes it still holds. You place your hands gently over your chest, feeling the quiet beat, the steady music of your own life. You send kindness to your heart, thanking it for enduring, for feeling, for never closing itself off from love, no matter the wounds it has known. As you breathe, you imagine a soft, healing light growing in your chest, a golden glow that radiates warmth through your ribs, your lungs, your shoulders. With every inhale, the light grows brighter. With every exhale, it spreads outward, flowing through your arms, your neck, your back, your belly. The healing light moves gently, never rushing, seeking out every place within you that needs comfort. Every shadow in need of warmth. You feel old aches soften, worries loosen, fear dissolving in the gentle presence of this golden glow. You whisper quietly to yourself, words of reassurance. I am safe. I am loved. I am healing. Breath by breath, the words settle in your heart, soothing old hurts, reminding you that healing is not a destination, but a journey, a slow unfolding process of gentle tending. Night after night, you let your mind drift, carried by the quiet current of sleepiness. You remember moments of kindness, someone who listened, someone who held your hand, a quiet word or a silent gesture that made a hard day softer. You realize that every act of love, given or received, is a thread in the fabric of healing. You let those memories settle around you, a blanket of compassion to warm you through the night. As you slip deeper into the sanctuary, you trust in your body's wisdom, the knowing that rest brings renewal, that sleep is the medicine the heart has always needed. You give yourself permission to rest deeply, to trust that the night is doing its work, that the healing you seek is already unfolding. In the silence, you let yourself be held, not just by your blankets, but by the quiet promise of the night itself. You do not have to fix everything. You do not have to know how the healing will happen. You only need to allow, to trust, to rest. The sanctuary of night is patient. It is gentle. It is enough. You are enough, just as you are. As you drift toward sleep, you sense another layer of healing waiting to be revealed, a deeper current beneath the surface, a place where your heart can finally surrender to the tender hands of the night, trusting that tomorrow you will wake a little lighter, a little more whole, a little closer to the gentle renewal you have always deserved. The world outside is silent now, night's curtain pulled close, sealing you in a private realm of darkness and comfort. You lie in your bed, cocooned in the deep hush that only the small hours know. The sanctuary you entered has grown more sacred, its boundaries drawn not by walls, but by trust. Trust in the quiet work of healing. Trust in the unseen hands that mend and soothe as you rest. You notice the change as your breath slows and deepens. Sleep's first gentle waves roll over you, washing the shore of your heart, smoothing the sand, carrying away the footprints of old worries. There is a softness in this night, forgiving darkness that welcomes every wound, every ache, every hidden scar. You let your weight fall more fully into the mattress, letting it hold you, feeling the gentle pulse of your own existence, the pulse of life that persists, that hopes, that heals. No matter what the day has brought, you understand in this quiet that some things cannot be restored by daylight. Some hurts hide themselves in the busyness of waking life, pretending to disappear as you fill your hours with noise and movement. But the night sees all. The night invites all in. The night is where the heart can be honest, where tears can rise, unbidden, and be met not with resistance, but with compassion. You welcome the truth of your own feelings, letting them surface, letting them speak. You know your are safe here, free to be vulnerable, free to be real. A cool breath of air drifts across your face, reminding you that you are alive, still capable of feeling, still open to love and comfort. You allow memories to surface old wounds, sharp and bright, mingling with softer recollections of joy, relief, hope. You do not judge what comes, you simply witness, breathing in, breathing out, trusting the rhythm of the night to guide you gently through it all. You imagine the golden healing light from earlier, pulsing in your chest, growing richer and deeper. With every breath, it moves slowly, pulling around the places that need it most: old aches in your heart, tiredness in your bones, knots of worry behind your ribs. The light is patient. It lingers where it is needed, never rushing, never leaving a single place untended. You feel your body unwinding cell by cell as the healing spreads. If there are tears, you let them fall, knowing the night is big enough to hold them. If there is laughter, you let it rise, soft and surprised, grateful for the sweetness it brings. All feelings are welcome in this healing darkness. You whisper forgiveness to yourself, to others, to the stories you've carried for too long. The night receives it all, turning pain into peace, regret into learning, fear into gentle curiosity. You remember the love you have known, the people who have touched your life, the animals who have offered their trust, the quiet moments of grace that arrived when you least expected them. You let these memories warm you, reminding you that the heart is resilient, that love is a healer more powerful than time. You allow yourself to receive this love, letting it soak into every layer of your being, bringing with it the medicine of belonging. The night is full of gentle helpers and seen guides, ancestors, angels, the quiet wisdom of your own soul. You sense them near, watching over you, tending to you with care. You do not need to see them to know they are present. You feel their touch in the way your breath eases, in the peace that settles on your brow, in the dreams that begin to weave themselves in the background of your mind. You surrender to these healing forces, trusting that they know what you need. Even better than you do, you rest in their care, no longer alone, no longer responsible for holding everything together. The night holds you now. The night repairs what the day cannot dot as you slip further into sleep. You notice your body growing lighter, the heaviness of grief and disappointment melting into the mattress. You imagine the parts of your heart that once felt broken being stitched together with threads of light and hope. Each stitch is a promise that healing is possible, that wholeness is your birthright, that you are worthy of gentle renewal. You drift through dreams that bring you peace, dreams of soft green fields, of warm embraces, of old friends returned and old pains forgiven. You let the images wash over you, not needing to understand, only to receive. You trust that your heart is being tended, that your spirit is being restored. That morning will bring you a little closer to the self you are meant to be. You let go fully. At last, there is nothing you need to do but rest, nothing you need to solve or prove. You trust the night to do its sacred work. You trust your body to heal in its own time. You trust your heart to find its way home. As the dark begins to lift at the edges, as dawn stirs and stretches, you feel the gentle promise of renewal rising within you. You sense that healing has begun, quiet, deep, unstoppable. You know that you will wake changed, lighter, more whole, and as sleep carries you through the final hours of night, you welcome the coming day, ready for a gentle dawn, ready to receive the soft, bright hope of new beginnings. Dawn arrives quietly, painting the sky in gentle strokes of rose and gold. The hush of night recedes, and the world softens into waking. You lie between dreaming and daylight, wrapped in the delicate embrace of morning, aware of something new inside you, a hush, a wholeness, a quiet joy that wasn't there before. Your heart beats steadily, no longer tight or weary, but buoyant, open, and refreshed. You do not rush to greet the day. You linger, body still, breath slow, savoring the aftertaste of healing. The sanctuary of the night is still with you, a soft warmth in your chest, a gentleness that touches every part of you. You notice how the pain you carried yesterday has eased, its edges smoothed by kindness, its weight lifted by rest and care. The tender places within you feel soothed, as if kissed by light. You realize you have become your own gentle healer, your own best friend. You bring your hands to your heart, feeling the steady pulse beneath your palms. You remember how you entered the sanctuary last night, tired and hopeful, and how you trusted the darkness to restore you. Now, with the first rays of morning, you know that trust was honored. The hurts that hid beneath the surface have been met with patience. The wounds of old stories bathed in golden balm. You give thanks to yourself for your courage, for willingness to rest, for your openness to receive healing in the quiet. Your room is bathed in new light. The world outside glimmers fresh and unburdened. You listen to the sounds of a new day, the soft chorus of birds, the gentle rustle of leaves, the distant murmur of life beginning again. Each sound is an invitation, a reassurance that you belong. Here, now, in this moment, the day does not demand that you leap from bed or force a smile. It welcomes you slowly, letting you rise at your own pace. You breathe in the morning air, noticing the difference inside yourself. Where once there was ache, there is now a space for hope. Where sorrow once settled, there is now a quiet readiness for joy. You allow these feelings to expand, filling your chest, radiating into your arms and legs, your hands and feet. You know, deep in your bones, that healing is not just the absence of pain, but the presence of peace. You remember the gentle helpers who tended you in the night, the unseen hands, the loving guides, the spirit of renewal that hovered at your bedside. You send them gratitude, knowing their work continues through your days. You trust that healing is not a single event, but an unfolding journey, one that you will return to again and again. Every time you choose rest, every time you choose self-kindness. As you stretch, you find your body more willing, less guarded. Your movements are gentle, unhurried, and offering to yourself and the world. You thank your body for carrying you, your heart for beating on, your mind for allowing softness and surrender. You realize that every morning is a new beginning, every dawn a doorway to deeper wholeness. You move through your morning rituals with mindful ease, washing your face, sipping warm tea, letting sunlight spill across your skin. Each act is a blessing, each gesture a renewal. You do not hurry, you do not push. You let yourself move in rhythm with the light, with the quiet, with the gentle joy that has blown overnight. You notice the ways your heart responds to the world's after. Less defended, more open to laughter and kindness. You smile at your reflection, not searching for flaws, but seeing the survivor, the healer, the one who is growing braver each day. You greet loved ones with tenderness, speak gently to yourself, for small acts of care wherever you can. The healing you received in the sanctuary of night now radiates from you, touching the world with grace. If the old aches return, you do not fear them. You remember that pain is only a visitor, that you have the tools to meet it with kindness, to hold it until it softens once again. You know now that you are resilient, that your heart can mend and mend and mend as many times as it takes. Each day brings new opportunities for gentle renewal, for choosing hope, for tending your spirit with patience and love. You look to the horizon and sense the promise of new beginnings. You feel ready to explore, to welcome surprises, to find beauty in unexpected places. You carry with you the lessons of the night, the comfort of surrender, the power of trust, the magic of letting yourself be cared for. You vow to remember your own strength, to cherish your softness, to return to your sanctuary whenever you need it. And as the day unfolds, you feel the rising light not just outside, but within. Your heart is open, your spirit is ready. You are whole and healing, both at once, forever becoming. As you step into the day, you wonder what new stories of restoration, love, and gentle magic this morning will bring. What next journey your heart might travel now that it knows the way. Poem.